What is absolutely popping, y'all? That's right. Today we have an Andrew Myers Peon here. And holy cow, was I wrong about this thing and wrong about grails in general. Oh, this is going to be a good video. Let's get right into it. All right, y'all. First of all, I'd like to take a moment to acknowledge how beautiful this thing looks, especially in the light. Now, the overall design of it, I'll get into that later. But overall, the looks of it, absolutely insane. The jimping, absolutely insane. And the sound,
oh my goodness.
I'm not sure if you guys can hear how amazing this sounds. Let's see if I can get it like just a sound test real quick. Now, I'm not sure if you guys could hear that or not because this thing is very, very quiet. But this thing, it almost sounds like wind chimes. Like you guys, you know what I'm talking about. Just let's get a clip on screen. You know, just regular wind chimes. That is exactly what this thing sounds like when you're actually flipping it. As you're flipping it, as I'm doing the shortstop, Z-choker, all these amazing things, this thing literally sounds like wind chimes that you would hear at your grandparents' house or some crap, all right? Like, when you go to an old person's house, you go outside and you hear like a billion wind chimes. That is what this thing sounds like. This thing has one of the best sounds of any Balisong I have ever flipped. Not that I've ever owned. I will say out of any Balisong I've ever owned, but mainly out of any Balisong I've ever flipped, because that is right, I do not own this thing. This thing was sent to me just for a week, to get to flip for a week, by Crimson Valleys. Huge shout out, huge thank you to you, man, for letting me get to flip this thing and for my thoughts on it. This is my first ever grail, that's right. And up until this point, my most expensive Balisong that I have owned or even got to flip for longer than 15 minutes would be the Superfly, which was also sent to me by BB Barfly. And oh my goodness, guys, I can't get over this. As I'm flipping it, it has a vibration. Like, if any gamers watching this, you know how your controller vibrates sometimes, depending on the video game you're playing? That's how this thing feels when you're flipping it. It has like little vibrations. It is so weird, but so cool too. And oh, that sucks when you drop the grail. But yeah, this is the Peon. Let's go inside to get some more thoughts on this here in a little bit. But I wanted to tell you guys my thoughts on the Balisong itself before I tell you a little bit more of the things that confuse me and maybe that I actually don't like about the Peon. That's right, there's some things that I don't like about this thing. I know there's a lot of hype around it, but there's some things I don't like. So the reason this video was, first of all, let's acknowledge this. The reason this video was titled I was wrong about the Peon is because I thought I would hate this thing. I thought this thing would suck. To be quite honest, I hate the look of this thing. Now, I will say, in person, this thing is much more beautiful than I expected. The Peon specifically has a much better look to it with the all-silver blade with the all-silver handles than other Balisongs from Andrew Myers, such as the Aeon. In my opinion, just overall, the Peon, the Aeon, lots of Balisongs from Andrew Myers. Andrew Myers, I got nothing against you, dude, but his Balisongs, they don't stick out to me. People, and that's personal preferences, okay? Personal preference, okay? Nothing against Andrew Myers whatsoever. Different people have different opinions, of course, but just my personal preference for Balisongs, I don't think they look that good. Now, you may be asking, okay, if you don't think it looks that good, how are you wrong about the Peon? If you are somebody like me who thinks that this Balisong maybe doesn't look that good on camera, still buy one for this main reason. Anything that you think does not look good about this thing, the flipping overpowers that. The flipping totally makes up for it in every way, shape, and form. This is one of the best flippers, quite frankly, I've ever had or ever got the opportunity to flip. This thing is absolutely insane. There are some other things, like I mentioned earlier, though, that are a bit confusing to me about this thing. So let's head inside. I'll show you guys how I unboxed this thing and a few of the things that, quite frankly, make no sense to me whatsoever. All right, we are now inside, but before we get into some of the stuff that really confused me with this thing, that mainly has to do with this box over here, not with this box here. I just would like to throw out, I love, as much as I do have some things that I dislike about Andrew Myers, but I will say I'm loving this font. I'm digging it. It's very futuristic. I like it. I would like to point out a disclaimer, though, that this thing is a, not disclaimer, sorry. What am I saying? What am I saying, y'all? I'd like to throw out a little disclaimer that I know nothing about this Balisong, like, whatsoever. I consider this thing a grail mainly because it is from Andrew Myers. I know some people may consider only $500 plus Balisongs as grails. I have no clue how much this thing costs. I think this is like a $300 or $400 Balisong. This is a factory false live, by the way. This thing's not a live blade. I have already poked myself multiple times with this thing, though, and dropped it many times, too. I know. I'm sorry, Crimson. I've dropped this thing a few times. Thankfully, only on carpet. Once outside, as you guys saw, and then a few times just on regular wood flooring. So thankfully, not that dinged up. The tap and play on this thing is still absolutely amazing. Basically brand new. Zero dings whatsoever that I can see anyways. Now I will say, this is a first production Peon. So this thing, as far as I know, I watched one video about the Peon, just that way I would know some about it before I got this thing. And I watched Blade Bias's video on the Peon. And he said in that video that apparently the first production Peon they were not going to be producing anymore. There's some sort of newer version of the Peon. So I'm guessing you guys probably can't get this version anymore, but this is the first production Peon. This is a factory false live blade. This thing is not sharp whatsoever. I say that, but I hate to break it to you. This thing is one of the sharpest false lives that I've owned. Nabalis false lives and Bali Plus false lives are quite a bit duller than Andrew Myers factory false lives. So maybe factory false live is different than a regular false edge. I really don't know. But let's get into some of the other things that I mentioned that really threw me for a loop with this thing. So, like I said, this box, nothing really to it that threw me in a loop. It's this box that it came in. So, I got this thing in the mailbox. Pretty normal looking box, right? The Balisong was, look, so the Balisong here was in this box, and then this box was in this box, like those little Russian egg dolls. You guys get how it works. But I expected, now this maybe I'm just stupid and I'm totally like, I don't have ball knowledge on this, but I was expecting this thing to be from some random person. Obviously I marked out my information there, but I expected when I looked at this thing for it to be from some random person, because I was guessing based off the way that Crimson Bally's talked. He made it seem like he bought this thing off of like Instagram Marketplace or for like secondhand from someone. So when I looked at this thing and it says that it's from Machine Wise, I had some very big questions, and I still do. How? I need answers. It says Machine Wise, stationed in Phoenix, Arizona, and then I open it up and I see AMKW. What in the actual chicken nuggets am I missing here? Something is not adding up to me whatsoever. Is AMKW part of Machine Wise? Is Andrew Myers working with Machine Wise? Like, frankly, is he? I have no clue. I looked at this thing. I was like, oh, let's go. The Peon came in because I was expecting it from Crimson Valleys, like I mentioned earlier. Then I saw Machine Wise, and I was like, what in the world? Is Machine Wise surprising me with some sort of Balisong to review? Then I opened it up, and I was of course, I was confused when I saw Machine Wise. I got really excited. I was like, oh, no way. Maybe they sent me like an Opus or a Serif, some sort of new Balisong to review. Because I reached out to them a few months ago. They still never got back to me. Nothing against Machine Wise. There's many companies who typically don't get back to you. But then I opened it up, and I saw the Peon, and I'm like, what in the actual world? I had to have been, I'm missing something in this equation, y'all. Yeah, I don't, how in the world is an Andrew Myers box and Balisong coming out of a machine-wise shipping label? If you guys have any explanation for this, please let me know down in the comments, because, maybe I'm stupid. Maybe I'm dumber than I thought. Maybe I'm not as knowledgeable in the Balisong community. I really don't know much about Andrew Myers or AMKW whatsoever. Maybe he is part of Machine Wise. Maybe he's working with Machine Wise. I have no clue. As far as I was concerned, those were two completely different brands. Like, I'm talking Squid Industries and Novalis type of two completely different brands. So this makes no sense to me whatsoever. Let's take a moment and let's talk about the actual box for a second that this thing came in. So if you buy a Peon, I'm guessing it'll probably come in this box. Even though this is a first production Peon, I'm guessing this is probably the regular type of boxes that AMKW or Andrew Myers Knifeworks knives come in. So like I said, this right here is a factory false live. Most of his knives, if not all of his knives, are live blades, to my knowledge. I'm not sure if he produces any trainers. As far as I know, he just makes live blades with possibly the option of factory false live if you don't want it to be sharpened yet. But yeah, AMKW stands for Andrew Myers Knifeworks. I'm pretty sure he actually works with his dad, so it's a father-son run business. And they produce some of the best Balisongs out there, so I've heard. Like I said, I don't know much about Andrew Myers. But yeah, like I mentioned earlier, I'm digging the font. I like the logo a lot. It's a really simple logo, and I'm digging the font for the Peon. It's very futuristic. I like futuristic stuff. I'm hoping to get my logo made soon and hopefully have the futuristic style look to it, like a fun, flashy, futuristic look. I love the futuristic look to it. However, their actual logo on their Balisong, I'm not a fan of. If you guys can see here, it's got kind of a demonic-looking skull thing there. Now, I know, first of all, not all of you agree with me, and second of all, I know that skulls, number one, are not typically associated with demonic things in Scripture. I know most of that comes from the Divine Comedy by Dante. I am aware of that, but just that's something for me personally. If you are a Christian, you can disagree with that. That's totally fine. I get it. But just for me personally, I'm not a big fan of skulls on logos. That's just a personal thing for me. I understand if you guys disagree. I have no issue, by the way. If you guys do disagree, I have no issue with that. I understand. But that is a personal thing for me. I just typically, I'm not a fan of skulls or any creepy looking logos, so I'm not a huge fan of his logo here, but like I said, I am digging the futuristic font. So AMKW, awesome work, by the way, on the Peon. Like I said, I don't know much about you, don't know much about your company, but if you are watching this, Andrew Myers, or if anybody who is associated with Andrew Myers is watching this, I would love to see you be able to make it out to the Midwest Meetup. I'd love to be able to meet you, maybe flip some more of your Balisongs, possibly even own one, and just be able to hang out with you for the Midwest Meetup. If you guys do not know, this is probably the first main video where I'm announcing this. I am hosting a giant Balisong meetup. That's right, a Balisong meetup, except this is going to be so much more than a meetup. It's not just going to be a little meetup with a few people at someone's house. This is going to be like a Bladeshow-style meetup. This is basically going to be like a mini Blade Show, but dedicated specifically to Balisongs. I'll throw up the flyer right here. I have partnered up with Springfield EDC. They are a knife shop stationed in Springfield, Missouri, here in the Ozarks. They just started carrying Balisongs. I do have a full video on their shop. I got to go and film, have an awesome time with Isaac filming and doing lots of stuff with them. But I have partnered up with Springfield EDC. They are now a Squid dealer and a Machine Wise dealer. And we are having a gigantic Balisong meetup called the Midwest Meetup coming up soon on August 22nd. That is on a Saturday. It's going to be from 12 to 6 p.m. in the afternoon. It's going to be an absolutely awesome time. I have lots of games planned. I have lots of game ideas. We're going to do possibly the world's largest game of Bali. I wasn't going to leak that, but there it is. That's one of the games we possibly may be doing. I can't guarantee at the moment that there is going to be any prizes, I need to get in contact with some other companies and see if anyone is willing to supply some prizes, because I personally do not have the budget right now to be able to supply any sort of prizes myself. But I'm hoping to be able to partner up with either Springfield EDC, and maybe he can supply some prizes, or possibly any of the other vendors. That's right. That's why I actually stopped to talk about this, is because Andrew Myers, if you're wanting to be a vendor, please absolutely feel free to reach out to either me or Isaac at Springfield EDC, the Springfield EDC official account on Instagram. We will absolutely get you stationed there for the Midwest Meetup as a vendor. We are looking for more vendors to come out. We currently, at the moment, I'm not sure how many vendors we have coming out. I know there's definitely going to be Machine-Wise Balisongs there, because like I said, Springfield EDC is a Machine-Wise dealer. Same with Squid Industries. There's going to be lots and lots of Squid Industries Balisongs there. I think even Flytanium, Isaac mentioned that he is in the works with Flytanium right now as a possible dealer and possibly a vendor as well. But if you are a Balisong vendor, so I'm talking Freedom Fabrication, I'm talking BB Barfly, I'm talking AMKW. If you guys would like to be at the Midwest Meetup, feel free to reach out to either me or Springfield EDC, and we will get you a booth set up for the Midwest Meetup to be able to be stationed there, possibly just a few hours, all day. We can work with you on it, honestly. But I would love to see you guys, even if you are not a Balisong vendor or dealer or manufacturer of any kind. If you're just a Balisong enthusiast, you're a flipper, whether you're a viewer or even another content creator such as Ghost Flipping, Balyunk, any of the others out there, I would love to be able to see you guys there. Whether you're a fan of the channel, whether you're somebody who hates me, because I know I get a lot of haters here too. I'd love to see you guys there, honestly. I'd love to get to chat with you. Whether you guys have disagreements with me, I'd love to chat with you. Whether you want to just come, hang out, flip Balisongs, I'd love to get to meet you guys, love to get to hang out with you guys, and overall, it's going to be an amazing event. That is going to be enough self-promotion when it comes to the Midwest Meetup. But yeah, you guys can go check out some of my other posts on that. Feel free to DM either me or Springfield EDC out on Instagram. And to be sure to RSVP either on Instagram or on Facebook. Obviously, that way we kind of know how many people are going to be there. But let's get back to the Peon. I kind of squirreled there. That's what you call squirreling. You know, like you're a dog and you're chasing a squirrel, and then you see a squirrel, and then you go after that squirrel. That's kind of what I did here. I saw an opportunity to talk about the Midwest Meetup, and so I did. You got to understand, honestly, from like a content creator perspective. Anyways, back to the Peon. So like I said, machine-wise, AMKW, makes no sense to me. But let's talk a bit more about the Balisong itself. This thing is amazing. So I mentioned earlier, I'll honestly not a huge fan of the looks of Andrew Myers Balisongs. Now, that's not to say that these things look bad. Honestly, I'm not saying the Peon looks bad by any means. Just, it's never really stuck out to me. I've never seen one of his Balisongs and been like, hey, that looks awesome, I want to get that. The only thing that's made me slightly interested in his Balisongs is seeing reviews of how well these things flip. And that, again, nothing against Andrew Myers here. That is a very opinionated thing. And like I mentioned, I know a lot of people love the look of this. I just personally don't. The blade is mainly what does it for me. I'm not a big fan of chunky Balisongs, like I mentioned in the past. This thing has the chunkiest blade ever, but the flipping makes up for it. I thought the handles were also going to be chunky, obviously from the look of the blade. I thought the balance was going to be totally off, and it's not. This thing is very rounded towards the upper portion of the handles, which I absolutely love. You guys know I love rounded Balisong handles. I even, shoot, for the love of Pete, I have a rounded Kraken. That's how much I love rounded Balisong handles. And the jimping goes quite a bit farther up the Balisong than most knives, than most Balisongs out there. And it does get pretty squared when it comes to the jimping. But whenever that jimping cuts off, it gets like completely rounded. Now this thing is sandwich design, just from what I have observed. Again, I don't know much about this Balisong whatsoever. I don't even know what material it is. I'm guessing the blade is some type of steel. Like normal, most blades, most false lives or live blades, or even trainers are typically going to be steel. It feels like a steel blade, and I'm guessing the handles are probably some type of aluminum or possibly titanium. I'm gonna guess the thing is not titanium though, because like I mentioned, it is a $300 or $400 Balisong, and it is American made. Most American made titanium Balisongs are gonna be more like anywhere from $500 to $700, even $900 Balisongs. So I'm guessing this thing is probably aluminum handles. However, the spacers on this thing, there's a good chance that these are either steel or titanium. These things look like they possibly might be titanium or some type of steel. Like I mentioned, I really don't know. I have done no research on this thing whatsoever. All I know is this thing flips amazingly, and I still can't get over the sound. Before I wrap up the video, let's do one more sound test inside to see if you guys can hear this Balisong better, because my goodness, does this thing sound absolutely crisp, like a crisp tomato. Why'd I say a crisp tomato? Tomatoes aren't even crisp, but like a fried chicken sandwich. How about that? This thing's just, it has a crisp sound to it, if you know what I'm saying. Anyways, sound test. Now, I'm hoping you guys could hear that much better than you did outside. I'm really not going to know until I go to edit this video. But that is about all I have on the Peon. Again, huge thank you to Crimson Bally's for letting me have this thing just for about a week. Like I said, this is not mine. I did not pay for this actually whatsoever. I didn't even pay for shipping. Crimson Bally's, this is completely his. He paid for this. He even paid for the shipping for it to be sent to me. You guys should be seeing this thing on streams for about the next week until I get this sent over to Crimson Bally's. Like I said, I'm pretty sure he's gone. He's going to be out of town for a week and not able to flip it. So he said that he didn't want it to get lost in shipping or anything, and he wanted someone to hold it for him, and I was more than happy to. Getting to try a Peon of all things, a first production Peon of all things, completely for free, not even paying a cent. That is a bargain, if I've ever heard of one. Again, huge thank you, Crimson Bally's. I really appreciate it. I would love to see all of you guys. Crimson, if you can make it, or even anyone else watching this video, I would love to see you guys out at the Midwest Meetup. Feel free to go check out my Instagram account, or to go check out some recent posts for more information on the Midwest Meetup. And that is about all that I have for today's video. If you guys do not know, we are very close. I'm talking like scarcely close to finally beating out Hardee's in YouTube subscribers. Now, Hardee's has done a bit of a climb from 25.3 thousand subscribers all the way up to 25.7 or 0.8 thousand subscribers. At the moment when I'm filming this video, I'm currently at 25.7 thousand subscribers. We are very close to beating out Hardee's. Feel free to press that subscribe button, and if we beat out Hardee's in YouTube subscribers, I will take a Balisong, most likely than a Bally's cheese, since it is a public flipper. I will actually go visit Hardee's. That's right, I will go try something at Hardee's. I've never actually eaten at Hardee's. I'm not sure if I have any Hardee's fans in the comments. I've never actually eaten at Hardee's. I will go try something. Whatever I might even be able to eat there, because like I mentioned before in past videos, I do have food allergies, quite a bit of food allergies. I will go to Hardee's. I will do a full review on Hardee's. That's right, I'll do a Hardee's review. I will go flip at Hardee's, and I will try something at Hardee's and tell you guys my thoughts on it. So feel free to subscribe, help me beat out Hardee's and YouTube subscribers, and then we'll go to the next fast food place from there. I really don't know who is next that we're going to try and beat. I'll announce that whenever we actually beat Hardee's. And then one day we can possibly even beat out the big dogs themselves, Mickey D's, also known as McDonald's. I about said Kentucky Fried Chicken. Those are two completely different things. But yeah, feel free to subscribe, help me beat out Hardee's and YouTube subscribers. I would really appreciate it. You guys will be seeing a video of me going to Hardee's if we make that happen. Again, huge thank you to Crimson. I hope to see all you guys out at the Midwest Meetup. Let me know down in the comments if you have any explanation to the confusing Machine Wise and AMKW shipping thing. I don't even know what to call it. Shipping fiasco. Why in the world there's a Peon inside a Machine-Wise shipping label. But yeah, with that, I will ask... Wait. Oh, that's what I forgot. I about said I will see you absolutely beautiful, amazing people in the next one. But then I realized I gotta say I'll see you Flipper Fam in the next one. Who's the Flipper Fam, you may ask? I've actually turned on memberships. That's right. If you guys want to, you now have the opportunity to become a channel member. I currently only have one member, and I have quite a few member videos as well. I just released a behind-the-scenes long-form video, as well as an edit. That's right. I post edits to members only. I currently have one members-only edit. I have a few member-only posts. If you become a channel member, you'll get to see a lot of behind-the-scenes stuff. See what I'm doing whenever I'm not filming videos, whenever I'm not streaming. See what I've been up to. See some of the hidden stuff that most people don't get to see on the channel. See some of the upcoming announcements before everyone else. And I actually have 3 levels of memberships as well. You can either become part of the Flipper Fam, which is level 1. You can become a goober, which is level 2. Now, you may be wondering, why is level 2 considered to be a goober? Why are you a goober if you're level 2? Because if you decide to take the extra money from level 1 to get up to level 2, and you're not going to go all the way to level 3, if you're going to spend the extra money to go anywhere higher than level 1, you got to go level 3, Traveler Nation. So if you go right in the middle, if you don't choose level 3, you don't choose level 1, you're just a goober. Goober, cornball, cheese puff, you're goofy is what I'm trying to say here. So, level 2 of memberships, you'll be considered a goober. And finally, level 3 is $25 a month. Currently, no one has done that. Whoever does will be the, biggest legend ever on the channel. And you will be considered part of the Traveler Nation. But yeah, yet again, enough self-promotion. I know, I'm sorry, y'all. Just thought I'd let you know about memberships, because I have turned on memberships. And with that, I will see you absolutely beautiful, amazing people, and Flipper Fam in the next one.
Let the whole world sing. Jesus is king. Jesus is king. Evil trembles, even darkness will scream. Jesus is